streams, which as gamers is what we want. It could be just me. It could just be my Firefox, but...
Catherine, is it just me or did Donald's mic cut out?
Yes, Donald, I can't hear you.
For me, I can't make the switch to Chrome until they have something like NoScript or YaScript, just to stop websites from doing that funky JavaScript mess they like to try and use.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't leave this page unless you click yes, and then you exit out, it pops back up. It's so annoying. So yeah, I need that feature in Chrome before I can really make a switch.
Indeed. Donald would be telling us which browser he uses, but it seems like his microphone isn't working.
Wait. Hear him now.
Does this sound like crap?
There we go. You've come back. Donald, which web browsers do you use?
Firefox exclusively, basically, but when I was developing websites, I would go for Firefox, Chrome, and Opera, because Opera has a little bit of speed. You can see some of the CSS stuff that, I mean, it's a detail thing for web browser people, but you could see Opera just a little bit faster sometimes, so trying to get maybe a pacing of an animation out is good to try them all. But Firefox is just, it's so solid, and it has its little pretty, I can't show you guys, but it has like, you know, a bunch of banners you can pick so you can customize your browser a little bit there. And
yeah, I've got a My Little Pony profile online, so rainbow dash at the top.
I'm sure we'll all be like funneled into Chrome someday because Google is going to take over the world, but you know, for now, Firefox.
Must admit that's why I avoided Chrome, because I wanted to stop Google from taking over the world. And I was using Rockmelt at the time, and I figured out that Google was behind it, and then you have that realization of you can't run from Google. What a depressing day that was.
Google is Skynet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to know? Just Google it. We don't have to have brains anymore. Just fingers.
It's not
you make
good,
it
is it?
It's better than any other age we lived in.
There used to be a time where smart people were heralded, and now it's just everybody's smart, or everybody's dumb, or however you want to.
Everybody thinks they know what they're talking about, whereas before nobody knew what they were talking about. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I know, it's annoying, is what it is. It's because if you want to know something, you're literally seconds away from it. But at the same time, my brain is filling and I'm forgetting my name.
Is it wrong that I use Google for spell checking? I
No.
do that a lot.
No.
I use it for like sometimes I say a word, like I used the word fathom the other day. And I thought to myself, I think I'm misusing that word, and so I had to Google it to make sure that the definition, like, I don't own a dictionary.
No.
I have to Google. Isn't that...
I don't know.
What are pages? I don't understand. But
I actually don't use Google for spell checking. I actually use my Mac, because it's the little search function in the top right. When you type a word in, it finds it in the dictionary and gives me the definition.
I love that about Macs.
It's I try and avoid Google wherever I can, but I try Ask Jeeves, and then I get there, type it in, and it's like, Jeeves, God, you are so crap. It's like, I want Jeeves to be good.
I remember I remember in 2002 when I was using Ask Jeeves. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a really popular site back then.
Yeah. Now you can just ask...
I was 12 years old. Scary. Na 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 na.
You can just ask Google questions now because somebody else has asked it a question, and then that question leads to a forum post where that question is literally written. So you just Google everything. You have a question.
I kind of like that feature, though. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
No.
Especially for tech problems.
I think it's bad though. Like people like, you know, they think up mental illnesses or diseases or physical ailments that they might have, and they Google it, and they're like, oh, this sounds like what I have, and then they go to the doctor, and they're like, so I looked up on Google, and I think I might have this, right? Yeah. And the doctor's just sitting there face palming, like, who's the doctor here? Is it Google, or is it...
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. I don't even know if there's a browser that has a better search than Google, so I think basically this is just bash on Google time because we all wish we were smarter.
Google's so mainstream. You got to be hip and use Yahoo search, right?
What has happened to Yahoo?
I still use it for news, but that's about it.
Their homepage is a cluster. F.
What's Yahoo?
Oh yeah, look at this mainstream person.
Too cool for Yahoo. It is like a cluster over there, and they bought somebody, and they tried to. Who did they buy? They bought like GeoCities or something a long time ago. Like, why are you doing? It's a waste of money. Just let it burn and die. Don't give them more.
They ended up killing it, didn't they? I'm not even sure.
That's right.
I remember, yeah.
Apparently, there's a huge. It's still survived on the internet somewhere. There's a huge archive. Somebody downloaded like terabytes worth of GeoCities sites and information. So.
Oh, good. More animated.
It still lives, but it's not ongoing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's brain dead, one might say.
Brain dead.
They hooked it up to the life
GeoCities.
Yeah.
So did we accomplish anything? Did we decide a winner or
Firefox?
Yeah,
I think
suppose
Firefox is the winner.
Yeah, which I think I scripted it as Chrome, but it looks like it's actually Firefox.
I think
Never mind the script.
today it's Firefox. In a year,
tomorrow
maybe.
it'll be Chrome.
Yeah.
Yes, and hopefully in that time, Internet Explorer will die a nasty death.
Internet Explorer is always going to be around because you have to download other browsers some kind of way, and Internet Explorer is literally the only way you can do that.
Well, actually, I think there was some lawsuit that happened with Microsoft where they can't, eventually, once the lawsuit settles, I don't think it's over yet, but if Microsoft loses the case, they can't package Windows with Internet Explorer, or with just Internet Explorer. They either have to package it with... Yeah.
Oh, it's over.
Europe, it's true in Europe.
Already true.
There's 2 separate versions of Windows, and one comes with Internet Explorer now.
Wow, it's over for Internet Explorer then. Nice knowing you.
Yeah. It's some sort of a monopoly issue or whatever.
Yeah.
Firefox they need to follow the AOL suit. I don't know if the warden ever heard of AOL's coaster craze, where they would send just you get 2 of these things a day, an AOL CD. But Firefox needs to follow that, and they need to hand out USB sticks with Firefox on it, just like that. And maybe it will devalue Firefox a little bit, but that could really give Firefox the type of widespreadedness they need.
Do those computers in Europe come with? If they don't come with Internet Explorer, is a new company allowed to take over it, or is it just nothing?
Well, to be honest, we installed Windows 7 on this thing down here recently, and it come with Internet Explorer, which is weird. But it was a very weird version of Windows. It was a copy of Windows that comes with, which is attached to the motherboard. So.
Oh yeah.
It was a weird version, so don't hold me to it. But I agree. Firefox USB keys.
You heard it here, folks.
Heard it here first.
Right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go
okay.
ahead.
Sniping and ghosting.
Oh.
Huge problem.
In the land of streaming, you get some unexpected guests sometimes.
Sure do.
And let's call them fanboys and trolls. For those who aren't sure, when a streamer goes live and one of their viewers is so fanatical about who they watch, they want to play against them. And they log into StarCraft 2, and time, when they hear that they're about to click that button, they take it upon themselves to click the button at the same time. Now, this obviously requires them to be in the same league and division, etc., with the person who's streaming. But it's not exactly difficult. When the countdown begins, the sniper has a decision to make. Does he close the stream or leave it open? If he leaves it open, he then becomes a ghost. And he is then ghosting.
That's it.
What are we all thinking on this? We've all clearly got opinions on it. Who wants to comment first?
As someone who has been streaming for an entire year, streaming StarCraft 2, climbing up the ladder, I have had my fair share of ghosts and ladder snipers, and it's not fun either way. And I think Destiny is one of the more famous examples of someone who gets stream sniped or ghosted a lot by Combat X or by Deezer, or there are some infamous gamers who do this frequently to pro players, but it's never fun. Like,
isn't Justin TV trying to work on a feature to set a delay so that it becomes less of a problem?
You can do that today. You can do that right now.
That.
Oh, they released it already?
I've actually tried it. It works. You launch a local server basically on your machine. You write to 127.0.0.1, which is just a local port on your computer.
Right.
And it starts to cache and cache and cache, and for about 30 seconds your stream won't go live. And then you'll notice the stream goes live after. I mean, you can even set this delay to like 5 minutes. So the first 1 minute of a StarCraft game is probably the most important if you're going to be sniping someone. You can get the advantage, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can see their initial tech path. Maybe the first 3 minutes, but
and
I know Total Biscuit's got it in effect. I don't know if he goes to 5 minutes, but Total Biscuit was getting really bogged down with his snipers, and it was pissing him off so much. He put in a delay. He implemented that delay that's just been mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that guy. Total Biscuit gets wound up too easy.
He does.
He must be young. He must be like 20. I don't know, 22 or something. Like, you gotta just.
He's older than that. He's just a very passionate guy.
I've been wound up by it from time to time because it's annoying. If people want to like fight me one-on-one, don't waste my ladder points doing it. Like, don't waste my. If you want to fight, then just add me on Battle.net and we'll play a game. Like, that's fine with me. Why the hell do you need to snipe me?
Like, added you and say fight me or something like that.
Dude, that's what I'm all about. People are like, hey, I want to fight you. I'm like, okay, cool, hop on in.
Yeah,
we'll fight a game out. I don't care if I win or lose, I'm not
I think Total Biscuit needs to do something similar. Like, Navi's very open to the idea of playing with viewers. I think Total Biscuit needs to do a similar sort of thing, or
it's
even all the streamers.
It gets worse the more viewers you have.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Once you get into the hundreds and then the thousands, and then you start to get more and more fanatic viewers that take advantage of you rather than work with you.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, maybe you say the beginning of your stream, I pick one viewer and at random, and you get the honour of playing me, and then I crack on with laddering or something like that.
The trolls will never stop, though. They never.
No, the trolls will never stop, but it cuts back on some of it.
The problem that I see with it is it lowers the overall quality for everybody, and somehow people take pride in that. They're happy to ruin. I mean, with Destiny, you're ruining 4,000 or 5,000 people's day. Not maybe not their day, but you're ruining that half an hour. It's a boring half an hour. The ultimate outcome is the person with the advantage, the person who can see both, bits of the action. The cheater is going to see what's coming and be able to counter it. It's StarCraft. It's not that hard. If this was like stream sniping Quake or something like that, you couldn't really do anything with that. You could maybe see his pattern, but with StarCraft, it's important that that your cards aren't revealed before you play them.
Yeah.
It really lowers the quality of all the streams you see. But
it's ironic that adding on to that, it's ironic that a real-time strategy doesn't rely so much on real time, where first-person shooter does, right? You can't stream snipe someone playing a first-person shooter because that information is so late in game that by the time you guys meet and fight each other, it's not even going to be worth the information. It's like if you played like on the old Xbox, and you'd hook up your Xboxes with network cords, and then you'd screen look, right? It was a 4-player split screen. It's like that, but delay that by like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any reliable information.
We had it in our setup where we had the Xboxes different rooms. I guess it'd be compared to like getting up and running to the other room, looking at their screen, then running back to your controller in the other room. So, yeah, that's probably what it'd be like.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what can be done to fix it besides delaying the stream. That's about it.
Yeah.
The downside to delaying the stream, though, is it kind of affects your interaction with the audience.
It does.
Since you're so delayed, so I guess you have to type a lot.